Welcome. Today we're going to talk about 3 skills that will get you promoted. Guaranteed, right? Guaranteed. If you're honest with yourself and you look around and who's getting the promotions, it's these people, right? So we're going to uncover and we're going to simplify all this madness out here, right? So much information, so many options, right? We're going to keep it simple for you. Because folks want to improve, right? You want to make more money, don't you? Right? You want to add more skills, impact more people, right? You understand that with more money is going to come more responsibility as well. We're going to need more from you, more of your skills, right? The more useful you are, the more money you get, right? These are the simple equations that we're going to talk about, man. But there's 3 skills that if you work on just these 3, you'll get promoted because there's an absence of these skills in the workforce. There's a need right now in the workforce for these 3 skills, all right? That's why we say you do these 3 things, you'll get to the money. Because if you're honest about yourself, you look at your job, people are not doing these things, right? And we're talking about W-2 people, not entrepreneurs. We understand there's an entrepreneur craze right now, no doubt about it. We're talking about the W-2 people like myself, right? Regular working people who want to get to the money. Because these organizations are making billions, trillions of dollars, hundreds of millions, billions, right? So the more useful I am, the more of that pie I can get, right? A bigger slice is what I want. All right. So again, we're talking about 3 skills that'll get you promoted, guaranteed. 3 simple skills. Number 1, know your job well enough to explain it to a child. Get strong in your job knowledge. And we're talking about understanding your job so well that you can explain it in simple terms, right? So let's break it down to the basics. At your organization, are they providing a product or a service? Or both, right? At your organization, who is the target audience? When you have good understanding of your job, you know these things. You know whether it's a product, service, or both. You know who the target audience is. And of course, you know the organization's mission. If you want to know how to get promoted within that specific company, get an idea of what the company stands for, what they're trying to accomplish. You help them accomplish that, they'll give you more of the money. It could never be personal. It's business. If you're more of an asset, you get more of the money. We don't care what Joe, Tom, or Susie thinks about it. If you're more of an asset, you get more of the money, right? Business. Know your job well enough to explain it to a child. That's number 1. Strong job knowledge, right? Number 2, be willing and eager to speak publicly. That's always be a big one. Always, because 90% of people don't want to do it. All right? How many times have you led the meeting? Volunteer to lead the meeting. Get more experience with it. Right? Will it be easy? Of course not, man. We're talking about making good money. It's not an easy thing to do. But all it requires is for you to develop yourself, right? It requires you to take time to invest in yourself. That's all this really is, investing in yourself, investing in your own improvement. How many times have I conducted a presentation? Let's get more of those under your belt. How many times have I shared my ideas to improve a product, service, process, or other aspect of the organization? This is a big one. This is a big one. How many times have I spoke up with an idea? That's what we're really asking of you. Be good at your job, yes. Be a useful team member, yes. Bring us your ideas, though, right? Let us get some value. That's where the real value comes in. And if you're confused on how to bring an idea of improvement, simplify it. Again, simplify it. The way to improve anything is to make it more effective, make it more efficient. So that process, product, or service that you're thinking about trying to improve, look at it through that lens. How can I make this more effective? How can I make this more efficient? All right? That's where the real improvement comes in. All right? That's number 2. Number 3, have a good relationship with all coworkers. Be a useful team member. That's all. Work is not personal. If you allow it to be high school, that's a bad choice that you've made. Even if people want to make it personal, it's got nothing to do with you, right? Could never be personal. It's business. A person set up this organization to make money. Period. Right? The objective of business is to profit. You can help bring more profits by giving the folks a good customer experience. The key to any business is repeat customers and referrals. If you give good customer experience, that customer is likely to return. You're helping the company make more money, right? But you got to have strong job knowledge to do that. You got to be a useful team member, adding harmony to the group, not causing distractions and disruptions. No, we're here specifically for a mission. We're here specifically for a reason, right? To accomplish something. Help us accomplish that. Don't hinder us from accomplishing that, right? But that's it in a nutshell. 1, 2, 3. Simple. Know your job well enough to explain it to a child. So get that understanding of the basics of your job, that kind of framework, product, service, who's the audience, what's the mission. Number 2, be willing and eager to speak publicly, right? That just requires courage, huh? You got to be courageous if you want this money. And then number 3, good relationships with all coworkers, understanding how my role helps this role, how this role helps my role. It's about being useful. It could never be personal. Once again, you guys don't know each other. Don't waste your time with that foolishness, right? You want to get to the money or no? All right, this is what I've seen in my career. I worked 20 years without doing these things. I've only been about, 4.5, 5 years now doing them. Major difference, right? But I was an expert at not doing these things for a while. Didn't really understand my job. Thought it was personal and, hanging with the cool, negative people. Yeah, that's not going to get you anywhere, man. All right? So we're here to pass along that message. The American Workforce Trinity, huh? Available on the site. The guidebook, I think, would be helpful too, especially if you have people around you that also want to start making some progress. The guidebook gives you guys questions to ask each other about this specific framework to see what you're doing. You're going to spend a lot of time at work. Why not make the most of it? Huh? As always, continue to explore the most fascinating thing about your life. You.